Hello everybody, this is Live Overflow, going for another stream. Today I want to stream the final level of Exploit Exercises Protostar. Last time I stopped at the beginning of final 2 because my concentration was down, so I will give this another try and want to finish this. I hope it doesn't take me too long, so that we then can move on to Exploit Exercises Nebula. This is more like Linux stuff, I guess. General privilege escalation stuff to each level, I think. So hopefully we will get to that too. Before I start, let me know how the audio is, if the audio is fine, or if there's any other problem. Then first, a few things that I want to talk about before I get started. First thing is, I want to do a small CTF with you. So I have created a few challenges over the last week. In fact, 4 challenges. I have 2 easy challenge, I guess 1 medium and 1 hard. I also offer Reddit Gold for if you record yourself. So let me quickly run you through this here. I hope it's enough incentive for you to play it a little bit. I will create, I don't know, a Hall of Fame. I want to list everybody who does a write-up or even record. If you record yourself, I want to post this as well. And that will be then posted on the subreddit and on my website, I guess. I offer Reddit Gold for the first person who submits a recording of solving a process, of solving a challenge. So if you get your recording software ready, for example, I use OBS. You can click on Start Recording and it will just record your stuff, and then just you throw it onto YouTube. That would be amazing. And if you do that, you have a chance to get Reddit Gold. The rules are, please don't spoil the flags or the challenges in the chat. You are welcome to ask, just be careful with not spoiling anything. It would be cool if you would ask the questions in private via email. I have my email open on a different screen. So if you have questions and I notice people have the same question or something, I will publicly give hints or something if there are problems. And please submit your flags also to email, to my Gmail account. Otherwise, please be excellent to each other. Don't DOS or spam the chat or the stream or whatever. Just don't disrupt. Just play along. Let's have a good time and not be dicks or trolls about it. As I said, I offer Reddit Gold. So I thought it applies to each challenge. So I have 4 challenges. So in theory, you could get 4 times Reddit Gold. It works that way that you just you hit record, you start solving the challenges, and I want to see you failing or trying out stuff. I don't want to have a clean write-up walkthrough or something. Just record yourself, throw it on YouTube, and send me the link. And the first person doing that will receive Reddit Gold. So it applies to each challenge. I mean, recording and uploading takes some time. I don't want to give somebody a disadvantage with slow internet or something. So it works that way that a person that submitted a flag earlier gets then the would win. There's a 12-hour arbitrary window or something. If you need more time, just write me an email. We are not anal about that. So for example here, let's say there are three people solving a certain challenge and they submit the flag at different times. And then 2 of those users submit a video. Then even though user 2 submitted the video after user 3, user 2 submitted the flag earlier, so he would win Reddit Gold. I hope that's fair. The flags are easy to recognize. They all start with an LO and then the curly braces, and you will know when you find a flag. Okay, it's not some arbitrary hex value or something. This is you know that you found the flag if you see a string like that. I have created a small test thing. If you found a flag and you want to be sure or something, you can submit it here, but it should be unnecessary. This will also just tell you if the flag is wrong or right. So if I type in ASD, it says this is not a valid flag. Just, you know, to give yourself the feeling of, yes, you solved it, I guess, if you see the green message popping up. But otherwise, you should be easy to think. So the challenges are not released yet, but I will do this now. I will release the first 2 challenges now. Give me a second on a different computer to do that, otherwise I accidentally spoil stuff, I think. So let me quickly post this. So I will post them in the same post there. Okay, so I hope that's it. Save it. Okay. So, hi, don't DOS. Well, I hope you don't. That would be nice. I have nothing to defend myself with. Okay, so let's have a look at the first 2 challenges. Why does Reddit automatically... I don't understand Reddit, why this happens, but I hope it's still visible for you. Okay. So I've added two challenges. The first 2 challenges are easy challenges. One is called Time Machine. This is kind of a recon challenge. The story is that I accidentally committed a flag to GitHub, so I had to remove it. And the question is, can you still recover the flag? And the second challenge is called Virtual Machine. You have to find the key or the flag that passed the test, so you get a binary. I have included a Linux 32-bit and 64-bit binary, as well as an OS X Mac O binary. So I hope you will be able to execute it. Otherwise, static analysis could maybe be enough. Maybe not for this challenge. Maybe that would be nice to execute it. The files are available to download it at that link, and they should be very easy, though. That shouldn't take too long. And I mean, I don't know if anybody of you is really starting to solve them, but in case people would really solve them and I get back some flags, I will then at some point, maybe in an hour or so, or maybe 2 or so, I would release the other 2 challenges, which will be significantly harder, I guess. The second thing I want to talk about before we get started is that there is the European Cybersecurity Challenge happening, where different teams will compete from different countries in Europe. I have no idea about the other countries, but 3 of them, Swiss, Germany, and Austria, will start the qualification round on Monday, tomorrow. So if you are from Switzerland, Germany, or Austria, or just interested in solving those challenges and you just want to learn something, maybe this is a good idea for you to participate. As far as I know, the European Cybersecurity Challenge finals then will be held in Switzerland, in Lucerne, I think, with Sieger, I don't know what it's called. You can win stuff and prestige, and I guess it looks nice for you if you have it on your resume. It's intended for students like college and earlier high school students, I guess. So gymnasium or like Schule and university students. So for young talents and stuff. So the challenges won't be too crazy, I guess. So if you are from a country there, would be cool if you participate there. I guess I said everything I wanted to say. If there are any questions regarding the challenges of the CTF, please write me via email. And otherwise, I will turn on now some music, and I guess I get started. If the music is too loud for my voice or anything, please do tell me. Okay, so where did we left off last time? Also there is the IC channel live CTF, where I'm hanging around during the stream a little bit, where you also can chat. Okay, so I have the VM already running. So we are still able to log in here. Great. And we are going to be root, I think, because the final level is require us to look at columns. So let's have a recap of what the channel challenge looked like. Protostar. So this is a remote heap level. The core files are at TMP, and yeah. So this is also over a network, on listening on a certain port. So let's have a quick look at the code again, what it does. So it just sets up the socket and listening and stuff like that, and then it gets then we connect to it and it gets a request. So I have a while loop that breaks out if DLL is bigger than 255, and then we allocate 128 bytes in memory. So 128 characters, I guess. And then we will read from the input, so what we will send with the socket, and copy it into buffer, also only 128 bytes. And it really wants 128 bytes. If it reads less, it will break out of the while loop. So we have to send 128 bytes. I wonder if what's up with null byte or something. Well, we will figure that out. And then we have a string compare if the buffer starts with FSRD, and if it doesn't, it also will break out of the while loop again. But if it does, it will call check path on the buffer, so it will shift the buffer 4 bytes further past the FSRD. And then we will get into check path. So it will get the index of from the right of the last slash in the buffer, and it will calculate the length that is still behind that. So it will from that slash on, it will get the length forward again. And then it checks if this start string. Oh, does it look for? I think it looks for when function finds the first occurrence of substring. Okay, so it looks for root in the buffer that we sent and gives back the location of that. So if we found root in there, we will start looking backwards for slashes. So we check if the current one is a slash. If not, we will decrement it once. And we will do that until we find a slash. So it kind of expects us to have something like slash root or something, okay? And then there's a printf. We already figured out at last stream that this printf is not included in the binary, so I was hoping constantly to get this printf, but it turned out it was not in the binary. Okay, and then it moves. Now I don't know which parameters what. What does it do? Destination, source, and size. So it will move from P, so from the last slash that it had. The remaining bytes into the location of the slash from root. Okay. And okay, then the stuff happens, fine. And then we will increase DLL by 1. Okay, and then at some point we will request some data that doesn't pass this test anymore, and it will break out. And then we will go over all DLL, so as many requests as we have sent and that passed this test, and it will print us process OK, and then we'll free the destroy list E based on DLL. But the destroy list is just like never set. How will it free then? Is that the overflow or something that's happening? Okay, that's kind of bothering me. Maybe that's a mistake in the source code. Maybe we should verify what's happening there. So I guess let's have a look at it in GDB and let's look if it really is behaving like that. Or you know what? Let's so where was the path? Let's look at it in disassembler really quick and let's see, verify that it really does what it says it would do. Because I mean the printf was not there either, so. Or do I already have I already copied it? Final2? No, I don't think so. Okay. SCP from, what was it again? Okay. Else. Okay, so let's see. The US is what was it called? It was called destroy list. Okay, it's not in the symbols, I guess. So we want the get request. So where does it free? It frees here, and it frees based upon var 414. So I guess that should be the free list. I mean, it doesn't turn up anywhere else either. Where's the alloc? Here's the alloc, and it does. Yeah. Kind of weird. I'm not so sure. I mean, on a first glance, it does look like. Yeah, on a Oh, var 10. Var C. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know what, like, but we will see. Okay, last time I've also kind of failed around with so I guess we also need the heap 3, you know, it's also a heap overflow, so I guess we can keep this around, and let's have a look at what we did last time with final2. Cool. I made notes on how to debug that in GDB as well. So, and I try to send there something. Okay. Okay, let's I show you quickly what this does if you weren't around. So last time I wanted to debug this properly, not only work with core dumps. So what I did was I had to do some. I executed the binary and modified some values that it wouldn't collide with the already running process. So where is it here? So if you execute final2 just like that, it will, I mean, nothing will happen. It will immediately die. You will see that if we put this in GDB and run, it just exits and it doesn't stay open. This is because it fails to do the socket stuff because it's already running, and there's already running something on this port. So what this does is, first of all, it will fork on a request. So I need to set follow fork mode, and we don't want to detach on fork. And and then we set 2 breakpoints, and then we start, and then we first set EIP to another value. I think this was to jump over a check, and then we will set the top of the stack pointer to a certain value, which is, I guess, 1337. Yeah, that was 1337. So to change the port that will be used to open the socket, and yeah, and then we can continue, and then we can connect to it. So let's go out of this, because I also wanted to use the GDB init. No, it's where did I put it? It's in the home folder of user, I think. Yeah, to make it look fancy. CTF protostar final2. Okay, so let's test this. We will set this, continue, and now it's serving. So you see it doesn't exit anymore, and now we execute this. Ah, damn it. Activate my virtual environment to get the pawn tools in there. You see now it, yeah, it did stuff. And we kind of have to do it every time we execute it. It's pretty annoying. If you have a better idea how to deal with this, maybe you can, I don't know, probably you can set something and say GB run this every time you execute re-execute or run the binary, but I don't know how to do this. Okay, so let's construct what this thing wants. Let me. Okay, so we first want to send FSRD. That's fine, and we kind of want to restrict this to 128 characters. So let's also print out some debug information to see if we really have the exact length. So we will print the length of R to make sure that it has the correct length. Is actually anybody trying to solve one of the challenges, I wonder? Like, are you interested in a small CTF, or is anybody just I don't know, doing something else? That would be cool to know if anybody is really playing it. If or I should keep the other 2 challenges for, I don't know, for sometime else. So okay, FSRD, and then we want to, then it looks for what